Alright, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing how to get mods on Worldbox in 2026 and with a different method that is not used as much. A short disclaimer, this is only going to be for Windows, so there is a way to get to Linux not far off from this, but if you do exactly what I do and you're not on Windows, this might not work for you. So the first step that we have to do this is you first want to go into the game. Alright, so basically the first thing that we're going to need to do here is go to our game settings. You just want to press settings and you can either scroll down here or you can go all the way down to other settings and scroll down right there. You'll find the experimental mode tool tab, and basically what this is it's an important step to get mods and to download the mod system, and also it does make the game possibly unstable sometimes. So once you've done that, all you want to do is exit Worldbox. Then we come to the second step. We go to the workshop. I have it as my favorited item, but what you're going to want to search up is Neo Mod Loader. Right here, Neo Mod Loader. You can see it over here. I recommend favoring it once you get there so you can find it a lot. And I undownloaded all my mods for this. But here you just press subscribe. That for Neo Mod Loader, it's not subscribing like a subscription or anything. It's just giving you updates and the download that you need, and what your Steam should start updating soon after. Once you've done all of this, you want to go back to the exact Neo Mod Loader spot, and you just scroll down. This doesn't work anymore. This manual install, one-click install doesn't. Most people use this manual install. But I found that, not that I'm the first person to do this, I found that if you go down here to this others, it doesn't look like there's anything important, but once you scroll down, you'll come here to Neo Mod Loader, and you'll see this. Here is the Linux installer and the Worldbox installer and the downgrade tool, which is important if you want that. Most people go down this path, but one thing that you can do is you just press the Windows installer, and it should download this thing called NML Setup Windows EXE. I've used this before. And you just wait for it to open the file. And boom, here it pops up. You can close all this other stuff. And now that we have this, one thing that you can do is you can either browse this yourself. What you'd want to do would be to find the mods section where you normally put mods, but you don't have to do that since they just have an auto detect. So you want to press auto detect, and then you want to press this little button down here, install. And boom, it just starts off like that. It takes a little bit, and there's this little update area over here that's really helpful. If NML ever gets an update, it will find the most recent version and put it right into this folder that you have auto detected. And it's super helpful because then you don't have to go through the whole process of just downloading it yourself, and it really just makes the system so much easier. Sometimes it does take a little bit, it might pause, but eventually this is going to get to 100% and it'll be fully downloaded. And boom, we have actually successfully downloaded this. Successfully downloaded Neo Mod Loader. Installation complete. Tip: subscribe to NML on the Steam Workshop for automatic updates. Now, just to check that it's there, you can go back to the library, go back here, and you can either go to properties or manage and browse local files. Both of these will take you to the same spot. In properties, you want to go to installed files and browse. And now once you're here, you don't want to go to this little mod section. You want to go down to Worldbox data, streaming assets, and mods. And now we have both of these just put into the system. And once you run the game, these should load in and put in the other two files that will make this fully accessible. So we're just going to press play on Worldbox and we're going to see if it works. So once you're here, now you can see that NML has successfully loaded into your system. So you can click on that, and as you can see, we'll have all this stuff in here. And there's nothing in there right now, but once you get mods, all this stuff will appear in here, and it should all work really well. And there's even a link in there. That's funny. I had no idea. This is a little link. Click to report a bug or new feature. That's really cool. So now basically you're at the point where you have this mod area, but you don't have any mods in it. While there's some really good Worldbox mods on the workshop, not all of them are the best. Like, there's only a couple. Like, you can find all these, maybe Sandbox. This is a really good one I recommend. And once you subscribe to it, this one will download. It's super simple. But one other way that you can get them now is the manual download. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you want to go to Game Banana basically. And boom, here we have all of these Worldbox mods. So one thing, I'm just going to search up, search term. You can also search for Worldbox here. And then maybe like Modernbox here. And boom, we have all this stuff. Maybe we could just go to, let's see, World Laws Plus. This looks like an MMO. Alright, so basically what we want to do is go down here. And there are two different ones, but the one-click install doesn't work all the time. But if it works for you, then, well, you don't have to have this whole thing. But you want to press this download. The first one that any of them that pop up, you just press download, it'll send you to another page. But so now what you want to do once you've had that load in is you want to go here. You can go to the same place in Worldbox. It's kind of getting a little cluttered. But you can go to the same place in Worldbox, and you can go over here, manage, browse local files. And this time we're not going to go to Worldbox data. This time you want to go to this mod section. So once you're there, you can then pop this out. You can go to downloads, maybe move this to the desktop. Once you're there, you can extract and move this out. So once you have that done, you can now delete this and plop this into the mods folder. Once you have that loaded, you can then maybe reload the mods folder, close it all, and you can go back into Worldbox. Once you're there, I have an update for a different game right now, but once you get back to Steam, you can check your downloads. And right now, here, boom, it's already going in. That means it works successfully, and we can just press play on that. Should start loading. And while that was kind of crazy, now it should have loaded in. Okay, so since it got past that 90%, that usually means it hasn't crashed, but it still could. Oh, sometimes it does this. It might do this weird thing, but that's also sometimes because it's lagging, or sometimes the mod just straight outright doesn't work. But basically what you're gonna do is you go here, and boom, there it is. We gone to our NML spot, and the mods are now inside of the system. This works with the Steam Workshop. It'll just send it right here instead of you having to go into Banana. Oh, that's these, isn't it? Whoa, okay. So it's added tons of these. When a unit is damaged, it may split into duplicates. No death. Anything doesn't die. Explosive chickens. That's cool. Every 2 seconds, living units are reassigned at random phenotype. That's also really cool. But basically, this was just, it added tons of random things and friendly foes that you can have. I think this is a little bit older because these are the older things that used to be in. But all of that stuff that's all from this one mod that we just downloaded. Now I'm gonna show you my recommended mods that you should get. None of these are gonna be on Game Banana because it's just more simpler, and there's tons of mods on Game Banana, but I mostly just go on here. The first one that I really recommend, we can find it on mods, but it is Sandbox. The one that I was talking about earlier, this one's really fun, and you can basically, it updates and you can add tons of buildings down and all that stuff. So all you'd have to do is subscribe, and this would load in like all the other ones had. Another really fun one that I like to do is combine this mod, Friendly Villagers, and it basically means that villagers can live in different kingdoms. Like a chicken person can live in a cat kingdom because normally they won't don't allow you to do that. And also this one, I know it's kind of weird, but this one is because now there can be hybrids, and it actually works because then instead of just having chickens live in the cat kingdom but they can't do anything, the chickens can actually thrive and live in the cat kingdom, and all this stuff works. Um, one of my by far favorites and probably one of the most popular mods is Modernbox. It turns the whole game into tons of new modern stuff. People can drop nukes. There's Godzilla. They had re-released a new update recently. Yeah, April 25th, pretty new. And that's actually really cool. I need to check this out. But this is one of my favorites. You see tons of people using it, and it's just really good. This one's more of just a little part, but WorldBox in 3D, this mod was it's kind of confusing and hard to load, but it is pretty good and funny because you can actually see, it's really actually a 3D world. We can check this guy's video. And look at that. It all looks 3D, and you can, whenever you put something down, the pixels aren't the best because the fire doesn't always spawn right on the ground, you can expect it to, but it is still really good. I'm not quite sure how well this works for not for this works more for better PCs, but you can make the game run on 120 FPS. It's just called 120 FPS, but it does not work. You have to have a good PC for that, so just make sure you do. This one, Unit Inventory Viewer, I think it's pretty good, but it hasn't worked for me in the past. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it does help because then you can actually see what they have, and I think it's just kind of interesting. So those were all the mods I had in store and all the things I had in store for this video, but I hope you learned something from this and figured out how to get mods for yourself. If it didn't work for you, you could try to look at other videos, look at their manual paths, because I haven't used this auto download that much, and it's pretty good, honestly. But I hope you like these mods, using these mods, and I guess I'll just see you next time. Bye.